After first seeing Timespinner on Kickstarter a few years back, I threw a few dollars towards it to help get it funded. Now, after sitting down and playing it, it's time to review it. But should you stop everything you're doing to play this game right now, or should this one just be spun away? Timespinner is a metroidvania game that is very much pulled from the 16 or 32-bit era of video games, with a lot of influence from the great classic Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The game does have a fair amount of story for you to read through, including backstories for side characters that you can get through completing the various side missions throughout the game. Basic story, though, is your typical time plot, with an evil force vowing revenge and getting it in one time period, and then a hero trying to fix things and make sure that that evil force doesn't end up succeeding in destroying the future. The gameplay itself is very much a Metroidvania game, and jumping between these time periods, it's nice to explore the map in both eras and seeing the changes and differences between them. The game also uses the time mechanic in its gameplay, being able to slow and freeze down time freezing enemies, and even using enemies for platforming and puzzle solving, and honestly, I wish there was more of that in the game. There's only a few instances where you really get to use that element for puzzle solving, but you do get to use it quite often for things like combat, including bosses, which are all nicely done. Controls in the game were tight. I had no problem as far as controlling platforming and dealing with all of the enemy encounters. The orb system, which you have two equipable items, allows you to mix and match different weapon types so that you can find the ones that work best for you. Like a lot of the games it's influenced by, you'll be able to power up leveling up your character, you'll find various equipment, and there are secrets to explore in the map. The only real downside to Timespinner is that it is pretty short. Took me about 3 hours to beat it, and even going after the 100% and exploring every inch of the map, it was only about 4 hours worth of game. Now you can change up the difficulty. There is a difficulty that doesn't allow you to level up, which will be a real challenge for those who really end up enjoying the game. There's a local co-op mode. Since you have a familiar that you travel with and can use, you can actually control that familiar using another controller. I like the graphical look of the game, I enjoyed the soundtrack, and the game is fun. I just wish it was a bit longer. From the technical side of things, there was no issue as far as crashing or slowdown. I played it on both PS4 and PC. Timespinner is available now on PS4, Vita, and PC for $19.99, and it does feature a Platinum trophy on the PlayStation systems. Overall, Timespinner is a solid Metroidvania game, and I hope it actually ends up getting released on a few other systems, including the Nintendo Switch down the line, as I'm sure Switch fans would really enjoy this one. It's not the most amazing of the Metroidvania games available on modern consoles, but it's still another very solid one that I recommend maybe waiting for a sale. At $19.99, it's a bit pricey for the amount of game that's here. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Timespinner a 7 out of 10. That's going to wrap up this review though. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.